What's going on, ladies and gents? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com.
Crystal Sykes, KetoBrick.com.
And
SavageApparel.com.
SavageApparel.com. It is like 10 p.m. at night. This is like a chaotic day/night for us. We're making a dessert recipe right now, which we don't normally do. But shout out to Aaron Day. Had him on the podcast for the second time not too long ago. He had us both on his podcast as well. Yep, super cool dude. He just came out with a new keto sweet tooth cookbook. And little backstory here, my dad makes these amazing cinnamon rolls that have been passed down from like my great-great-granny. And I'm trying to find a good keto-friendly cinnamon roll so that I can carry on this tradition of passing down cinnamon roll recipes. So, Aaron Day's got a cinnamon roll in his book. And
his like Instagram handle and everything is Fat for Weight Loss.
Yeah, Fat for Weight Loss.
So go follow him, and then I think we should probably put the description of, or the Amazon link to this if you guys are interested in all the other delicious recipes he has in here.
Yes, so this is his recipe. We're not claiming it. This is all him right here. I have no doubt that it will taste amazing. Yep. So, what do we have? We have I think mozzarella cheese?
Yeah, mozzarella cheese, 1.5 cups, 3/4 cup of almond flour, a tablespoon of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of, he called for erythritol, and we're using monk fruit. This is 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. I may have added too much, and 1 egg.
1 egg. So pretty simple ingredients. Let's make this thing. What's first? Okay. Actually, where'd my phone go? I've got the macros. Actually, the macros are on here.
Yeah, the macros are on
So this makes 12 cinnamon rolls. 3 cinnamon rolls per serving. 1 serving is 325 calories, 27.5 grams of fat, 6 grams of total carbs, 3.5 grams net carbs, and 16 grams of protein.
Yeah, and it does say that these are pretty small, so we anticipate them being small, so you get 3 in total, which almost makes you feel like you're getting more dessert.
Yes. Alright, let's make this thing. What's the first step, baby?
So first we're going to put the mozzarella cheese, all of it, into a microwave-safe bowl, not the metal one.
And try and get like a block of mozzarella and shred it yourself if possible. That way it doesn't have all the anti-caking agents on there.
Yep. And then we're going to add in the cream cheese. And we are going to melt that in the microwave 30 seconds at a time.
This is a fathead-based recipe. Fathead dough-based recipe, in case you couldn't figure that out. So, microwave this, melt this, see in a minute. Alright, we are back. Our cheese mix has melted. And
Ours
just about perfect.
Yeah, I did it for 30 seconds, then stirred it. 30 seconds, stirred it, then 15 seconds longer.
Yes.
So, as you can see, it's quite cheesy.
Quite cheesy.
Okay, so now we're gonna add in the egg. We're gonna
crack this in?
Yes, please. The egg, the almond flour, and only 1 tablespoon of the erythritol. I have 2 tablespoons in here, so we're just gonna kind of do half. Oh goodness, half of this.
Almond flour, all the almond flour?
All the almond flour.
All the almond flour.
Just mix us together.
Alright, so now that our mix has pretty well been fully mixed, we just have to spread it flat?
Yes, we are going to put it on. We're gonna get some parchment paper.
Okay, now what?
Now, we're gonna place it on there, flat as could be.
I've never had a sweetened version of the fathead crust, so I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, neither one of us have done this fathead.
You've always done like the savory style, like pizzas.
Can you get another cut for us?
Yes.
So you can do it with your fingers, but I promise you, it's gonna get crazy sticky. So I would get another piece and flatten it out, squish it out. Try and make it into a rectangle, long-wise, because we're going to end up rolling this puppy up. So, we forgot to tell you, but we turned our oven on to 355 degrees. Let that preheat We are now ready to stick it in the oven. We're gonna place it in the oven for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next.
So 350 for 5 minutes at this step?
355 for 5 minutes.
355 for 5. Alright, y'all, we are back. This has been in the oven for 5 minutes. We've taken it out of the oven.
It's gonna cool for 10 minutes
It's gonna
now.
cool for 10 minutes. While it's cooling, we're gonna mix our little glaze spread.
Glaze spread.
So we have our, what is it, 2 tablespoons? 1 tablespoon?
1 tablespoon of,
Sweetener.
we're using the monk fruit. It says to use erythritol, but I think either way you're safe. I'm pretty sure last time I said that this was a tablespoon of cinnamon. It's definitely a teaspoon. Probably not gonna be great if you use a tablespoon. So, 1 teaspoon. Then we have our hot water right here. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of this to the mixture of those both. So we'll go ahead and mix these two together.
Should I stir that up first?
Sure.
A little cinnamon sugar action here.
So good. I love cinnamon sugar. I don't know if you guys ever did this, which it's probably gonna taste very similar, but I used to do like just toast with a bunch of butter and then cinnamon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Or a tortilla rolled up. Oh my goodness. Oopsie.
Oops.
So 1 tablespoon of the warm water. Warm, hot, whatever you got. Yeah, you're gonna want to mix that up pretty good.
Alright, y'all, we are back. So our crust has cooled for 10 minutes, and our cinnamon sugar glaze has been well mixed. What do we have, babe?
So now we're just going to pour this on top of our dough.
Alright.
And I guess just like distribute it evenly all across. We ended up using 2 tablespoons of the monk fruit, by the way. So it says to start rolling it from the long end. So I'm guessing it means this way, that way. So it is like partially baked right now. So I'm gonna try and get mine tight. It doesn't say how tight to wrap it, but
Some help there.
yeah, that'd be great. Now we cut it.
We have to cut it into 12 pieces.
I think it's gonna bake best if you do it in 12 pieces.
That's one thing, like with normal cinnamon rolls, you have yeast and flour and whatnot, so it rises. I don't see these rising that much.
Yeah, it does say like these are really small, but see, 6. These are really small, but they're so dense, and they are so dense in like calorie even, that they're gonna fill you up probably more than a regular cinnamon roll, to be completely honest.
This one's like falling apart right now.
I know, they do look kind of good. We can both eat this. Is that fair?
That's fair. Yours is bigger than mine.
Cheers.
I can't have an expression. I can't see a reaction.
No expressions here.
We can't let y'all know how that tastes until it's done. Alright.
We're gonna stay in the oven
Bake this for
at 355 for 7 more minutes.
355 for 7. See you then. Alright, y'all, so we are back. These just came out of the oven and they look and smell amazing. We're gonna put our glaze on right now. So we have heavy cream and cream cheese.
I accidentally doubled it, so this looks like a lot more than you'll actually have. So you'll only have 1 tablespoon of heavy cream and 1 tablespoon of cream cheese. Reminder, I did accidentally double it.
Yes.
So we're also going to melt this down, warm it up just a little bit to make it a little bit easier to mix together. And then we're going to add our monk fruit to it.
Put this in the microwave?
Yes, please.
Alright, this has been warmed up. Much easier to mix now.
And generally, like, you could mix this together when those are cooking, baking, but we wanted to wait till they were out so that could cool while we were making this, or we would get too eager.
Yes.
And then this will melt all over the top of them.
How much of this do we put in there?
1 tablespoon.
Into that directly?
Yes. 1 tablespoon is equal for the actual recipe, not the double.
It's like little bitty cinnamon roll bites.
Ooh, yum.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Should we go all at once?
No, I'm gonna be half.
We go all at once.
Oh my god.
From an ease of creation standpoint, what are you giving it?
As a dessert, I would give it an 8.
An 8?
Super really easy.
Super really easy.
Super simple, I should say. There's all the ingredients that it takes is generally in your house if you're keto. And then it's super easy to clean up, super easy to, I mean, like you don't need a big mixer, you don't need anything special or crazy. You need an oven and a microwave to melt them down. I think it's really easy. It's not gonna take anything to clean these up, so. Nutrient
standpoint.
I'm
gonna give it
It's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
If I were to compare it to like a Cinnabon, I would say it's just as good or better than a Cinnabon bite. But it is way better for you. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel guilty for eating cheese and cream cheese and a little bit of sweetener versus a whole ton of carbs and a ton of sugar. So
true that.
Compared to that, ranked high. Compared to like a steak, not so much.
What about price standpoint?
Again, I'd probably say an 8. 1, because sweeteners can tend to be a little bit pricey, but I also rank it a little bit higher because generally those are the things that are in your house. Like almond flour, there really wasn't even that much. Then it's eggs and cream cheese and cheese. Like the only thing that's kind of a little bit more expensive is a sweetener.
Now, taste, what are you gonna give it?
10. I give it a 12. I mean, before I went keto, pastries, donuts, cinnamon rolls, that was my jam. Like I loved them so much. It was like my thing, and so this just like calls me, and it's amazing. It's delicious.
Yeah, pretty good.
They're so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it, I'm not much of a sweet person, so I'll give it like a 9. That's still pretty high for me, so it's pretty good.
It's so good.
So, huge shout out to Erin Day, Fat for Weight Loss. Awesome cinnamon roll recipe, man. I'm digging it. I love it.
It really makes me want to try all the other recipes in that book.
We're gonna cut this video now so we can eat these right now. So, we'll see you next time.